Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Inshallah, today is training number 2. We're going to look at the portions, and we need to understand the portions that is given. I will give you the link. Everybody shall go through level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6 to understand what are the content by yourself, inshallah. Then later on we'll go more deeply. For example, the things that you need to take care in this portion, we have created a link for you to ease going back to the material if it is needed for day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4. This link will contain all the material for level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And also the written portion that if you need to check on the portion daily what is needed as a written portion, it is there. And as we mentioned before, when they are going to have, the blue one is the test day and the orange one where they need to record the voices. Almost they are similar in the days for all the portions, but with a different quantity. Regarding to our trainers, inshallah, we are going to have those our male trainers with us, inshallah, bidnillah ta'ala. Brother Kendi, he was with us before, and also Brother Mahmoud. And we have a new team added, inshallah, from the best student that we had in level 6. So these are our students here, inshallah. We wish them all the best, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And we have a brother Abdullah Dejarti, and other brothers are added to the group. And from the female side also, we are hoping that we can get more names, more participants, because probably the female usually sometimes they are more in numbers. So we wish that we can have more trainers. And part of our trainers, we have our student Sister Marwa, and also Sister Narcy, that she was also one of the best students in the competition in 2018. Here down you will find the training material. For example, if you lost the track on the WhatsApp, so you can find all the material here. You can click on it and then you can view the material that we had. So we already finished training number 1 and training number 2 regarding to the schedule. We'll view this the portion. You can scroll it on the side, or you can click on the material. So once you start, you as a trainer, you need to take care of many things. The student needs to understand the material, and to understand the material, you as a trainer, you need to read the material by itself. And you need to train the student according to the material that is given. Of course, the student will have various of challenges, but the specified one, that is the required one. We want the student to make them more elevated in those quantity or the portion that we've specified per surah. You need to focus on them, and the student also will remember that my teacher or my trainer was focusing with me in those maharaj. So if we start Surah Al-Fatiha, the portion that is needed for level 1 and the day 1 is only 3 ayah. And the 3 ayah by itself, the student needs to understand what is the meaning of the ayah, not just to memorize the ayah without understanding what he's memorizing. So you need to encourage the student, you need to build that in them. Whatever you memorize, you need to understand it. It will ease to connect or to ease for you to memorize the quantity that is asked from you. Okay? We try to add some of the translation for them. They don't need to go back, so they can rely on this. So they need to repeat 30 times these 3 ayahs per day, and once they finish, they can write done on the group. But in the day one, it is not required for them to send you the audio. If they will send you, that is an extra bonus, but they are not asked to send the audio on the first day. We go to day number 2. Day number 2, as a trainer needs to understand that what it contains, the introduction for the makharij, where the oral cavity, what are the letters, the jawf and the throat, the tongue, the lips and the nasal cavity. And also if any of the students would like to learn the alphabet, so we added there if they would like to know, or sometimes when the teacher he wants to say dal, so at least they can understand dal, what is dal, if they want to go to the Arabic Quran, the way it is written, but we provided the English because usually in level 1 they don't understand the Arabic, so they need the English, that is English Arabic, I would say. These are the things that is required in day 2, for example. Letter ba, how they pronounce Bismillahi, B, not ba, b. So you need to correct the student according to the material that is there. So at least the picture it is showing to help the trainer and also the student, like look at the picture, how your lips it is. This is how your lips it shall be when you want to pronounce ba, b. Alright, and then another important thing when they want to say Bismillah, some of them they say Bismillah. Okay, so then you need to make them understand that the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it has two. There is a heavy when you say Allah, and there is La. Okay, so when your tongue is becoming heavy and your tongue when it becomes more lighter. And why it happens? Because if we have I or if we have E, then it will be lighter. But if it's going to be A or O or something like that, the other like fatha dhamma, something like that, but in this position you cannot explain it for them because some of them they don't know what is fatha dhamma. So if you cannot, if they don't understand, then you need to be smart to explain it in different way for them, to add, like if you want to say something else in English, this is how you say it, and if you want to say it like bo, b, ba, so you need to approach according to the understanding of the student. Some of them they know the alphabets and they know the fatha and dhamma. Some of them they don't know. So you have to be creative in delivering the information to them. So this is only the material to help you to understand what are the things, or maybe the student would like to read and they will understand. If they don't understand from the material, they will come back to you and will ask you, trainer, can you explain for me what is this material it consists of? That is only day 2 portion. They are not required to record for you anything. So you can ask as a trainer, if you have any question, please raise it. And sometimes you can follow the student by your own self if you want to give like small notes for the student. Okay, can you record for me Bismillah, just to see their capabilities. It's up to you also, you can do that, it's allowed. Day 3, the makharij al-huruf, because since they are memorizing already the 3 ayat, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, so harf al-ha, it is repeated here twice and here Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim again. So 4 times Rahman Ar-Rahim, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, for example. So at least we need to explain for them, even if it is difficult in day 3. We need them to understand that, oh, we have in Arabic different points. We have this level in the throat. In the throat we have 3 levels. The one it is in the bottom where you can get the air inside, like to say ah, ha, okay? So it comes from the bottom. And then there is the middle throat where is ha, ayn, but it's not ha, because ha is lower and the throat is wider to make the air comes outside. And then when it is ha, a little bit narrower, but it is in the middle where the tongue will help to narrow the throat to give the amount of the air to come outside. And then you go a little bit higher to ha, but it has nothing to do with hitting the tongue to the nozzle, because most of them they will make ha like that. No, it's not in that way. Then you need to tell them no, your tongue little bit needs, use the back of the tongue to give the letter of ha, ghain, because it is here inside, it is not there inside in the roof of the mouth, and so on, little by little. Maybe not the first time or not the second time. And also to make them understand the Arabic letters, if they see this in Arabic, Rahman, because in English it has H, it doesn't have any other explanation, because ha and ha in English we write it the same. So sometimes we just give it a different Latin, like Arabic Latin, we could say number 7, because ha, it is like almost ha number 7. So just to differentiate for the students, okay, be careful, here it's not ha which you think, this is ha actually. All right. Also harful ain, we don't have harful ain, usually they will say a. Okay, we have a and we have a. Here you can make the student practice in day 3, like say ha and ha, hu, hu, he, a, u, i, to practice, to make the student get used to it little by little. And you can even continue with the student in that way. And this material, by the way, is going to repeat it in different lessons, because not only one lesson and we jump to another, no. We will repeat the same quantity probably again, because wherever we find ha and ain, for example, we will notify, okay, be careful, ha and ain. So whatever the material that is the student took here, they're gonna have a test. So if day 4 they're gonna have a test, for example, now the student will record for you the voice of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now all the training in the other days, for example, for Harf al-Ba, they need to be careful. You're gonna put a weight for that. The student is going to be judged on Bismillah and the name of Allah, and also Harf al-Ain and Harf al-Ha, which it is identified here, Harf al-Ain and Harf al-Ha. At least the student is trying to improve. This is regarding to test number 1. If they record, and then we'll put a mark. We have a marking method, inshallah. Inshallah, we are going to continue doing the marking method here. For example, if the student will have test number 1, and the required material here is the harful ain and harful ha and harful ba and the name of Allah, they're going to be judged. So you will write the comment here, for example, no, the student wasn't good in harful ain, and still harful ha, they have a weakness. Okay. No, actually, these are the previous comments, right? If we go test number 2 or recording number 2, for example, I had these comments, then here is the improvement.